Hello students, today we are going to see about sorting of materials. We all know materials which are present around us. For example, if you are in your home, what are all the items will be present in the kitchen? Stove, utensils, groceries, vegetables, gas, etc. If you are in your living room, TV, chair, sofa, windows, etc. When you are in your school, in your classroom, teacher's desk, your desk, fan, light, blackboard, chalk piece, these are all the materials that will be present around us. What is meant by sorting? Sorting is nothing but separating. Depending on your education, you are divided into fourth standard students, fifth standard students, sixth standard students, etc. Right? Similarly, materials are also sorted, that is, they are separated on some basis. These are all the objects that are present around us. These are some of the examples. I don't say these are all the only objects, these are some of the examples that are present around us. Now, here I have two different tables. This first one, we are seeing the object and the material with which they are made up of. Plate. Plates are usually made from steel, glass, plastics, etc. If you consider pen, it can be made out of plastics or metal. So, dresses. If you take dresses, it can be made of linen, cotton, wool, silk, etc. Here, using one particular material, what are all the objects we can make is the table listed here. Wood. Using wood, we can make chair, table, bullock cart, plug, etc. Now, using paper, we can make notebooks, books, newspapers, calendars. Now, coming to leather. Using leather, we can make leather shoes, leather pouches, ladies' handbags, leather belts, etc. Plastics. Using plastics, there are n number of items made. All the things, most of the things present around us are made up of plastics. Our water bottle, lunch box, bags, whatever the kitchen grocery containers, refrigerators, everywhere we can go, we have plastic covers, plastic bags. So, using cotton, we can make cotton dresses, cotton handlooms, curtains, etc. Now, here is a question. What if I pour water in a cloth? Will the water stays? No, definitely not. For this purpose, tumblers are made up of stainless steel or glass or plastic. What if I can't make a tumbler using a cloth? Because a cloth cannot contain the water. So what is clear from this? To prepare a particular kind of material, I need a particular, sorry, to prepare a particular object, I need a particular kind of material depending on certain properties. These properties are called as physical properties. So it is obvious that different material has different properties. Now let's see what are all the basic properties that a material possesses. Hardness, solubility, appearance and transparency. Hardness. When I speak of hardness, materials are divided into hard and soft. When I speak of solubility, materials are divided into soluble and insoluble. Appearance, luster and dull. Transparency, they are transparent, translucent or opaque. Now let's see in detail about them. Hardness. a material can either be hard or soft. Speaking in terms of hardness, I can say wood, iron, building blocks, the wall, pillars, they are all hard materials. Soft materials, the clothes we wear, cotton, silk, thread, etc. These are all soft materials. Now imagine if I make a cloth out of wood. Will I be able to wear it? Definitely not. I just can't wear a wooden cloth. Similarly, I just can't make a tumbler using a cloth and I can hold the water in that. I require a hard material, that is a material made out of either plastic or wood or stainless steel or glass to hold the liquids. Similarly, I just require a soft material to wear. These are clearly depend on the property called as hardness. Therefore, hardness are two types, hard and soft. Now, appearance. As we all know, gold and silver has a shining appearance and hence they are used for making jewelries. On the other hand, wood, which has a dull appearance or not shining appearance, is used for making furnitures. So appearance can be broadly classified as dull. Materials on the basis of appearance can be broadly classified as dull or luster, that is shining. Shining, they reflect the light and has that shining property which are made used in fashions, jewels, etc. Solubility. Now, it is an interesting experiment to do. Take some 3 jar or tumbler, whatever is available. Take some water in that. In one jar, mix 1 spoon of sugar. In the second jar, mix 1 spoon of salt. And in the third jar, mix 1 spoon of sand. Observe it after some few minutes. You can see that in the first and second jar, the sugar will be disappearing. The sugar and the salt would have been dissolved completely in the water. On the other hand, the sand stays such that in the water and it stays at the bottom of the water. So it is clear that the sugar and the salt has been completely mixed with the water. This is what is called as soluble. And insoluble is they cannot dissolve. Sugar and salt dissolves completely in water, forming a solution, whereas sand cannot dissolve in a water and it is insoluble. This is the major reason why our mothers prepare coffee, chai, etc. If you take a chai, it is composed of doodh, sugar, chai powder, and we have to boil that. And after some time, we have to drain that, and hot, garam, pyari chai will be obtained. So basically, sugar dissolves in the milk or in the solution or in the liquids, whereas whereas sand doesn't dissolve. Hence, these materials, on the basis of their ability to dissolve in a liquid, they are divided into soluble and insoluble. Now, coming to the fourth aspect, transparency. What is transparency is all about? Here, I am having 3 material: a glass, that is a window glass, a sunglass, and a backpack. Now, I am taking a torchlight and switching it on. Through the glass window, the light can pass completely. Through the sunglasses, the light passes partially. That is, some amount of light passes and some amount of light doesn't pass through it. Whereas when I take a backpack or a wooden material, the light doesn't pass through at all. Therefore, I can say that a glass is a transparent material. A light completely passes through glass. Whereas on the other hand, a sunglass, you can also take a butter paper as an example. In a butter paper, only some amount of light passes through, whereas the other light remains as such. Hence, they are called as translucent. And opaque are objects through which no light can pass through. This is the reason why we use mirrors, why we use glasses in a mirror, because it reflects, we can see completely. On the other hand, we use wooden doors. We don't want the person present in the streets to have a look at us. So that's why we make wood as doors in order to avoid the light or the visibility of the person to completely see what is present inside. So basically speaking, transparency, the materials are classified as transparent, translucent and opaque. Transparent, light completely passes through and you can have the full view. Translucent, some amount of light passes through and you can only have a partial view. This is the reason why sunglasses are translucent in nature, meaning you can able to, on a sunny day you are wearing a sunglass, you can able to see what's happening around you. Who are all, you are riding a cycle, okay, so your father or mother is riding a two-wheeler or a car, they are wearing a sunglasses. That will help them to observe what's happening them, to have a look at the surroundings, because you are riding right in a road. On the same hand, you don't want the sunlight to directly hit in your eyes, so sunglasses, translucent material, prevents the light, the full complete light to enter into your eyes, thereby avoiding sunlight and making you to see or visible the surroundings. And opaque are the objects through which light doesn't pass at all. So this is all about sorting of materials. We have learned what are all a material is, that's object present around us, why we need to sort them on the basis of the physical property. We are dividing them as hard, hardness, solubility, appearance, transparency. And again, hard and soft are hardness, soluble, insoluble comes under solubility, luster and dull comes under appearance, transparent, translucent and opaque comes under transparency. Here I thought this is so small, so I have written the same in the down of this box. I thought it would be more easy for you to understand if this is presented in form of a flow chart. So this is all about sorting of materials, and this is a small table we saw objects and the material they are made of. Here the material and the objects made of these materials. So I hope you all understood, and thank you. Have a nice day.